magical happening at Boston's Emerson Colonial Theatre, where an audience is gathering for a performance of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Looking at this pristine performance space, it's hard to believe the theater is celebrating 125 years. And General Manager Joey Riddle says it's been the gold standard since day one.
The theater first opened with a stage production of Ben-Hur. Were there chariots?
There were chariots. There were 350 crew and cast members for the show, and there were 8 horses that actually completed the chariot race on stage every performance.
125 years later, evidence of that first show still remains, as Chronicle learned during a 1998 behind-the-scenes visit.
When it came time for the chariot scene, the horses were raised up from the basement on a hydraulic lift. On stage, they galloped on a treadmill. Dust was blown up to create the effect of movement.
People had to wait 6 minutes for the special effects, so you had to sit in your chair and wait.
Fast forward to 1943, World War II rages across Europe. Il Duce, Benito Mussolini, is pushed from power. And at Boston's Colonial Theatre, Rodgers and Hammerstein create a new opening number for their musical, Away We Go. It would go on to Broadway fame as Oklahoma.
So this staircase is where the cast of Oklahoma learned that title song.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is. And so other casts, of course, have heard this story. And so anytime that we have a theatrical, especially a pre-Broadway in the building, are great photos of the entire company on this staircase.
Well, if it's good enough for Dolly, it's certainly good enough for me. But the stairs are just the beginning. This original 1900 onyx lounge table was famously used by Bob Fosse to choreograph a tap dance for his musical revue, Dancin', in the late 1970s.
And he chipped the table in many different spots. Wow. But we'll take it because it's Bob Fosse.
Does it give any good juju or good luck or anything if you do that?
It absolutely does.
Oh, okay. There you go.
In the summer of 2024, Chronicle had its own spotlight moment in the Emerson Colonial lobby when Kristen Chenoweth came to town for the world premiere of the musical, Queen of Versailles.
All right, this is a tough one. Go-to karaoke song.
How do I get through one night without you? I don't want to live without you. What kind of life would that be? Oh,
I love you.
I love that song.
Oh my God,
I love that song.
In the mid-2010s, the Emerson Colonial Theatre was at a crossroads.
There was talk of converting this into a dining hall.
Emerson College owns the building and was trying to figure out what to do with the space. People like Stephen Sondheim spoke up and said, it's one of the most beautiful theaters in the country, so let's see if we can figure something out. And so ATG came in and renovated and restored the space to what you see today.
Which brings us back to this 2025 production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I sat down with Nick Dillenberg, who plays Harry, and Adam Morrison, who plays Albus Potter, Harry's fictional second son. It's a story that starts 19 years after the events of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
It's good to be in Boston.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Boston crowds are just, they're present, they're a little raucous sometimes, which we love.
And what about performing in this theater?
It's just beautiful. There's like all this like gilded gold, like there's the molding, the cherubs. It's beautiful.
Though the show does take the audience back to Hogwarts, it's from the perspective of Albus, whose experience is very different from his famous father.
In his family, he's kind of the black sheep of the family, and so a lot of the show is him grappling with that.
Let's not spoil the story, but instead introduce you to the actors who bring it to life with a round of rapid fire.
Nick, we're starting with you. One spell you want in real life.
Ooh, invisibility.
All right, Adam, if Harry is Gryffindor, what house are you?
I'm Hufflepuff. All the way I'm a Hufflepuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Best Harry Potter book.
I'm a Goblet of Fire person. I have to be. And it's not just because it has a reference to the show, but I just like challenges and quests and tasks.
This cast's final challenge, an onstage photo, the latest in this theater's 125-year history.
So cool. And the Emerson Colonial really was the place for pre-Broadway premieres. In addition to Oklahoma, it launched Carousel, Porgy and Bess, Anything Goes, and the list goes on. In 2018, the Emerson premiered Moulin Rouge, the musical. That was just after their major renovation. And the producers of the show weren't thrilled with the color of the walls, which they thought were going to be red. So they covered them with red wallpaper, just temporary, for the run of the